Hi, everybody. We are live right now. So, I am Terry Suzuki, and this is my co host, SunPsychic Jean. And we are here today to try something a little bit new to us. And not, well, Jean, I think I'm stumbling over my words. It's not new to us, it's new to us on YouTube. Um, A lot of people may or may not know that Jean and I also go to metaphysical fairs all around our area. So I live in the Pacific Northwest and I go to MeWe fairs, Alchemy Fair, the Metaphysical Fair. There's a new one that I'm thinking of going to. And Jean lives on the other side of the United States. And tell us which fairs you go to.
I go to several different shows: the Mind, Body, Spirit show, the Illuminate show, New Vision show, Holistic. I don't even know, Holistic something show. There's all these different shows, all these different outfits, and they're an hour and a half from my house, and it's just really amazing. Some of them are bigger, some of them are smaller, but the smaller ones sometimes you get the best readings. So you just can't you just it doesn't matter how big the venue is and or how small the venue is. We always get amazing, mind-blowing, eye-popping readings. And Terry and I are like, damn, that wasn't recorded. Like, we're like, did anybody get that? It's just so exciting. And we were both, Terry, I think you, at the very beginning, you said, I'm going to sign up for a psychic fair. And I said, you know what? I know of a psychic fair near me. I think I'm going to too. I'm going to see how Terry does it. All the things that she had to do. Remember, we used to fret over the checklist, and if we had tape and scissors and a highlighter, she gave me a whole list of the things she had to bring. And then hers canceled. So I was the first one going.
Yep. Yep.
And I would have.
Jean had to go first, even though she was hoping I would go first.
It was your big idea. And I'm like, wait, it was all your idea. Now I have to go first. I'm going to be the first one at the show. And you're like, tell me everything about it. And we're texting each other in the show. Now, mind you, I'm in Washington, D.C., and Terry is in Washington State. We couldn't be any further from each other. It's so, so funny. Oh my gosh. It's just amazing. And we've been doing it, what, 3 or 4 years now? But
Mm-hmm.
I'll never forget it.
Yes.
It was your idea, and I'm like, you know what? I think if Terry comes back and tells me what it's like, and you guys, what we thought was, we thought, okay, we can read you guys here on the YouTube, but are we going to be able to read in person? Because we this is where we train, this is where we practice, and we did friends and neighbors and other people, but not really like public. So I was like, I don't know. Are the spirit guides going to be able to come? And am I going to be able to hear them with all that noise going around, like all these people walking around? And I have some images, just some pictures. It doesn't really show you all the people, but it just a couple of images of the show to give you guys an idea. But oh my gosh, it wasn't accidental. And we know the spirit guides were guiding us. And Terry still inspires me each and every day. She says, I'm going to get a banner. And I'm like, a banner? I need a banner.
Jean got cards, and I'm like, I got to have some cards.
Business cards. And you guys will see those too. And then it's just one thing after another. But I'm telling you, I would not have been able to do it myself. I don't think I would have pushed myself. And when you have somebody that holds you accountable, did you go? Did you bring your cards? Did you do what you said you were going to do? Or tell me all about it. I'm like, oh, now I said I was going to do that. Oh, and then we started reading the room, right, Terry? And I'm like, if
Yes.
Terry can do it, I can do it.
We each try to take one more step to see if we can expand what we can do to help people. So, yeah. So
And
you're
we,
going to see pictures of our booths, and you're going to see Jean reading the room. I don't have any video of me reading a room yet, but
You do have that one picture, and I don't have it anywhere, but I remember you having a picture of you standing up front. I'm like, oh. And Allie went with Terry one time, and she was Terry's MC. And I'm like, I want Allie to come with me on my shows. I mean, to have Allie with you. Yeah. Hmm.
yes. So
What else did we do? I mean, just. Mhm.
we've just really had fun at these. When we read on YouTube for you, I call this speed dating. We're reading really fast for you. We're trying to grab that energy, get it, give you a message really fast. Of course, our hour long readings were available for booking for hour long readings. That's the most comfortable. That's where we get to spread out a little bit and take more time with the reading. But at the fair, we get to spread out a little bit too. We get to at least read from 15 to 20 minutes, kind of. Uh, and we just take a little bit more time. Of course, the person's there with us, which for me it makes it even easier to have them present because I can really then feel their spirit.
Yeah, we didn't know. We were like, when we found out that we were reading, face to face for perfect strangers, and we're like, it worked. It worked. Like my spirit guides were able to come through. I was able to hear them and everything, and it didn't take too long. Like I just did not know what to expect. Like with all these people walking around and like people talking about their product over here and crystal sellers over here, and somebody had sound bowls that were so loud they couldn't hear me one time. Incense burning, all kinds of stuff going on,
I,
food
I've had
cooking.
yeah, I've had to read with a speaker in my booth blasting music.
Yeah. So are you guys ready to see pictures? Hi, KK. Hi, Ascending Universal Butterfly. She wants to be called Butterfly too, so that's a lot easier.
Okay, good. Butterfly. Sorry, I didn't go back. Shine the truth. Thanks for coming, T. Lynn. Just visiting, and look, just visiting said that they're taking their Edgar Casey group to the New Living Expo in April.
Oh,
You should come read there. It's in San Rafael, California. Well, that's a
wow. That
little ways from me.
but a good excuse to go.
Yeah, yeah. Um, who else? Sorry, I feel like I've T.
Tasha.
Tasha. Sasha? Is that her name?
I think it's Tasha.
Okay,
Tasha
and
W.
JM, the CJM, I'll just abbreviate. But anybody, thanks for coming. So, Jean, show us those pictures of.
I couldn't wait for you to ask. I was hoping you would ask. So, the first one is me, and this is Christmas time, you can see, and I was very obsessed with color. There's this red, I have a red tablecloth with like this shirt, I don't know what you call this, magenta, electric magenta, kind of Mm, I don't know, a runner, I guess you would call it. And then back over here, you see, this is my table with my cloth over it, and I have candles there. I have my crystal, some spray, some sage spray, because you can't burn spray. I have my book that I jot my notes down. Oh, you guys can't see any of that. Sorry. Um, my book back here with my crystals on it, and then I have this pyramid here. I have little candles, and I have this spray, and this is I was holding that up. I think this is one of my very first ones that I did.
Just visiting says, no, that's hot pink.
Okay, hot pink. Couldn't think of the name. And then this is one that I did a demonstration, psychic and medium reading demonstrations with SunPsychic Jean at 3:30 in the Beverly Room. And this is what I put up in my booth. And this is a bucket of candy. I do not bring a bucket of candy anymore. It's it's a typical trade show thing, but I don't do that anymore. And you see all the colors that of the chakras that I have out here. And back here you see this is my chair with the little pillow on it. I don't know if you can see anything else. This plant. I don't think I have this plant. I think this plant broke. I don't remember. Maybe I left it somewhere. But this plant. Okay, so let's look. And these are all the things that we need to bring. So this is another one of the chakra colors. And this is my booth here. You see, I have it set up, this little table. This is where the client sits, and this is where I sit. And I have all my a mirror, a chapstick, tissues, anything I could possibly need right there. That's like my to-go bag. And you could see all of the people right behind me. Right, they're not there, but they will be sitting there and setting up. And you could see other people setting up, all different types of vendors there. Oh, and this is the great shot. This is the one that I love because I
Oh,
put all the candles around there in the chakras. I think this is a different show. You can see there. The last show had curtains that divided us. This show, there is nothing dividing us. And you can see these people are right behind me. And this lady was like, listen, she could hear everything that I was saying, of course. But let me see. And this is M. Steve. Everybody know M. Steve. He wanted to take a picture to prove to everybody that he knew me. And he came. I read the room, and he came and was very supportive. He and Keela were in the reading. I was reading the room. And this is me and Linda Kennedy, and she's Butterfly Readings. Now everybody knows Linda. And this is my banner back here. You can see my banner that I got in my my logo. Let me see. And this is Terry's. Terry, do you want to tell them a little bit about this?
so this is actually one of my smallest fairs, and they usually put me in the lobby where, and the whole fair is actually happening beside me in a different room. You can see my banner up on the table because I had this. They gave me this huge round table, so I could just put the whole banner on top of it.
Wow, that's a great idea.
And then I know I've already stolen one of your ideas that when you put the thing on the table saying when you're speaking, I got to do that.
Oh, okay.
And so on my table, I have like what I do. I'm, what I can read on in the framed right there and how much it costs. And then have a little thing saying, do you want to be next? And you can just sign up. I have some candles that are, they're not actually flames because you can't have a live
Look
flame
at
there.
how beautiful and all the sparkles that you have. It's so
I use
beautiful.
very sparkly stuff. Yep. I am not so much a sparkly person, but my booth is sparkly. I have a whole pink set to decorate a booth with. If it's
So
a
so do you go right back? You don't the people you go back like your client sits here and then this is your table and then you sit back there?
Yes, so at this booth, if you kind of pull in, you can see that I have a little teeny table there. Well,
Okay.
actually, in this one, I have my bigger table and my tiny table. I put the tiny table for them to put their drink on, or sometimes it get hot, so I have a little fan there. And I have a little, if you see the little rug, so I put the rug to
Oh
unite
yeah.
our
Yeah.
chairs and to make
Yeah.
us like we're together. And that one, I had my little bigger table beside it so I could put all my stuff on it,
Oh,
crystal.
oh, this is the little oh, I didn't even see this
Yeah,
table.
yeah.
So you're saying this and this. Oh, wow.
So usually I just have the little one and I'm closer to my booth in other areas. And so I'll put my crystals or my cards or my pendulum behind the little stands on my table.
I see. Yeah. Yeah.
But in this case, since I had so much room, I brought the table that looks like a TV dinner table and
Mhm.
just put some fancy stuff on it, and then I could put, crystals and my pendulum and drinks and whatever I needed is right there. Okay, so this
And
is
this
a
is another
different,
angle of that. Mhm.
yeah. So you can see that uh, I can just be with the person, and it's kind of private. It's much more private over there. And then there's chairs all around in this lobby. So people usually there's chairs to the left, and I mean they can sit in a row and wait for me to get ready.
That's great. That's really great.
Yeah.
And then there's Terry.
Yeah. So
And
this,
here's,
yeah,
mhm.
this is at a different fair where they provide me with a 8-foot table. So I have in my fair kit, I have a whole setup for an 8-foot table and a 4-foot table.
Oh my gosh.
And I own
Oh,
the
look at
black.
how
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah. And then if you can see, I started teaching a pendulum class. And you can see my little pendulums there. They're not technically for sale, but if somebody really, really, really wants to buy one, I'll sell it to them. But it's mostly to make people come over and talk to me. Um, because there's a lot, this particular fair I'm at here has over 130 booths. So there's a lot going on, and if they don't talk to me, they're never going to book me. So
But you still sit behind, like this is you, and then your client is right on the other side
right,
of you.
right.
And I've
So I
seen
sit
people,
behind.
yeah.
The
Mhm.
little rug is there uniting our chairs. The little
That's
table's there for their drink.
okay.
And
Let me see.
yeah,
Okay. So here's another, this is a different show now. And you can see how all the other vendors are like right around us all around. And
right,
this is a very small table, booth size, but look what she has. She has the 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 rug is a great idea to anchor that this is where Terry's spot is, even though she only has a 4-foot table, because
right.
that's the space. But you don't need more
Yeah,
space than that. We're not really, you
right.
know.
So this particular booth, I actually AI'd up. So I usually have that 4-foot booth in front, but AI said, why don't you move that to the side and let people
Oh,
book that and then put it's AI suggested the rug and put so it can unite me and the client and then use my banner the standing banner over here to shield the person so they have a little bit more privacy.
privacy. Oh.
Yeah,
Wow. Wow. I remember instead of having the booth right in front and they would
yeah,
have to walk around it, this is more inviting to have it like at a catty corner and
right,
then and you put all the items that you needed in AI and then AI told
right,
you or gave you a suggested layout.
right.
How about
And
that?
and this particular booth, this particular fair, I actually am responsible for bringing my table and bringing those chairs.
Oh
So
my gosh.
I now own 2 folding chairs.
Oh, wow, Terry.
Yeah.
That's dedication. All these people brought their own tables? Wow. I've only ever gone where they provided. Okay, that's another. I do have a couple of doubles. Now this one is really secluded and it's beautiful with the window behind you. I had one with the window behind me. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
she has her table here, but this is the area where they do the readings.
Right. I a lot of readers at the fair always have the table between them, but I just cannot stand to have a table between me and the person I'm reading. I just can't.
Uh-huh.
Um, I want to answer a question real quick. Josephus
Oh,
asked, um, "How did you use AI for this?" So what I did is I told AI who I was, what I did, where I go for these, and then how big of they give me 6 feet by 6 feet, but I have to have, and then I told it what I had. I had this table, I had the chairs, I had candles, I had uh, battery operated fancy lights. And you can see if you zoom in on this one on my banner, I actually have put my twinkly lights up on it
aw.
so maybe people would be attracted. Um, and so that I just told AI what I wanted, what I had, and that I want them to think like the best marketer in the whole world and figure out
Wow.
how I can make the most attractive booth possible with what I have. And then I asked them, please make some suggestions about what I might add, what I might buy to make this better. And that's where it suggested the rug. And I think it suggested a couple other things, but the other things wouldn't really work. They suggested I use my twinkly lights on the banner or uh, anything that's going forward so that people see it. Yeah, that's what I did.
Cool. Cool. Oh, and here's another angle, I think, of one. This is a long, and you can see the way she's set up back here. There's not very much room, but it looks like one chair is here and then the other chair is here. But I like to be behind my table and invite them back. But I try and, yeah.
Yeah.
And this is just
So,
so beautiful.
and it always depends on where we're at. Like at this particular fair, you can't see it, but there's little tape lines, and we can't go outside of these lines. So I couldn't turn that table or anything like that, and that's their
Um,
table. And so I have to do what I can do within the space given to me.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And we're going to get to where the magic happens. Oh, I think that's
Yeah,
a duplicate. I do have some. Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry, you guys. I don't
We're
know
done.
why that's happening.
Oh,
And
oh,
this is your Reiki doll. That's so cute, and a close up of your pendulums. Look at that. I love that. Everybody knows about a healing Reiki doll. Beautiful, Terry. Let me
yeah. So
see. Oh, that's a duplicate too.
that's
I'm so
stupid.
sorry. Okay,
Oh,
now
there
we're
you
getting
go.
into the good stuff.
You.
No, I'm kidding. This is me with the frizziest hair in the world, and this is my new setup that I bought curtains in the back, and this is very very flimsy little photo thing, and this is my banner, and this is all behind the table here, and this is a small. It's supposed to be 8 foot, but it looks more like a 6 foot table, and then I have these beautiful boxes and plants and things, and if anybody wants a card, they could be running at 20 miles an hour and still get a card. Or reach between. And then this is my mother was with me shopping, and this is an apothecary kind of jar or like a ginger jar, and they fill out a chance to win a reading, and then they drop it in this jar, and it was my mother's idea. I thought that was so cute. She
It's a,
always asked me, did
yeah.
anybody put anything in the jar? I'm like, yes, they did, Mom. And I put medium tips. If you'd like to connect to your loved ones, tell me their name. I have
Oh,
to, yeah. I have little risers now that are these clear little risers because, yeah. Oh,
oh,
they're
those are
just like,
cute.
they're little like dividers or mm, organizers, I guess you would call it. So this is more in the summertime. I have a beautiful yellow and green natural organic type of motif. And this is another one, a little more with that yellow, same sort of setup. This is at a different location. You can see this is another divider that I have behind me. It's another close up. And this is another one. This is a red tablecloth that I had around the holidays. And this is a black runner that I have. And then I have, all my signs. Please record your reading. They're like, oh, I didn't see that. I'm like, it's right there. But, and then I'm behind here. Like, this is my chair. And I guess the client's chair is back there. But it doesn't look like much, but there's plenty of room back there. There certainly is. Let
Well,
me
it
see what
looks
else.
lovely by the window. I love that. I love
Hmm.
you change your tablecloth and to
Oh,
make it
yeah. For the
pretty.
season. For the season. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I I don't do that. I am the queen of being able to put everything in one tote and get it in and out in one trip.
yeah, I don't bring everything. I switch it from home. I just don't bring it. Like
Right.
Um, let me see what else I have here. This is another one, and this is in the fall, and this is just a little bit of a pumpkin motif here. It doesn't really look pumpkin-y, but it's sort of understated. And these, remember the cards that we got with all the
Yep.
pictures on them?
Yes.
Hmm.
So just visiting, just another little tip if you're going to keep going to fairs. We figured out, we first both got these beautiful cards with all of our beautiful pictures on them that we both Jean and I collect pictures. We take pictures, we collect pictures, and we found a moo cards that would allow us to put them all on. And then we realized one of the big problems is people take those cards, they go home, and then they don't remember who you are. So now our
Mm-hmm.
cards on the back have our pictures on our faces, so they remember who.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now we've
Yeah.
talked about it forever here.
Because I know I had a really good conversation with a lady, and I came home from one of those places that, and I could not remember which card was for the lady. And I accidentally closed it, Terry. Oh
That's okay.
no.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But
Let me see if there was anything else.
Jean is just brilliant. She's brilliant at all these things. She notices these things. And if I happen to notice something, I pass it on too, but I don't think I'm brilliant. So,
And there's another one I wanted to
oh,
share.
let's see it.
This is me doing reading the room, and so let me see. This is me. This is the table that they have up front, and these are some people. And the people, you see all the people that are in the room. Sort of. Maybe you can't. Oh, this is a video, so I can't zoom in. But back here, you can see that there's more people in the room, and my husband comes and records me, and I tell them a little bit about what I do, and you can see that crazy expression on my face. And I teach them a little bit about what I do, and then I take questions. Can you guys hear that? No, you can't. But I just thought that was really funny that I had that. But yeah, so I just wanted to give you an idea of the experience is, and now we're going to show you how the readings go, because all of this, it really is amazing, spectacular. And we wanted to share this with all of you because all of you were part of this. All of you supported us and enabled us to, gain this confidence and this, just this love of community, and really enabled us to bring that to the fairs with us. You guys all come with us. And like you saw, I have Linda there and Steve there and Akila is there, and we keep meeting new people, and they're like, I saw you on the YouTube. And I'm like, oh, okay.
I don't have pictures. I have pictures of their dogs, but I've met Wiki, and I've met Amanda Celeste. And so we do get to meet people, and we just love them. In fact, there's Wiki's dog. Wiki's dog came to the fair.
Wow. Wow. That's
Yeah.
really cool.
So I guess the
You know
dog's
what,
famous.
CM? I'm telling you, I just read for somebody, and I've read for her maybe 4 or 5 times at the fairs, and she just signed up for my winter special, which I'll tell everybody about later on in the show. And so I just read her recently, and I said, yeah, when I do YouTube. She goes, oh, you do YouTube? And I said, yeah. And she said, I didn't know you had a YouTube channel. And I've known her for a couple of years and read her at many fairs, but she didn't know I was on YouTube. So we should advertise that we are on YouTube at the fair. That's a really good suggestion, CJ.
Yeah. I actually do that. I have a little signboard of it, but I don't put it out every time anymore. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
a good idea to keep talking about it.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys, I have the giggles. I'm sorry. I'm just excited. I'm in a very good mood. I've been wanting to do this and share all this with you guys for so long, and I'm so glad that we're able to do it. So let's get into the good stuff. All right, Terry, what are we going to do next?
Okay, so now we're gonna read some people, and I think we'll pull 2 names for now, and then as we go through time, maybe pull some more.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's already put in hashtag fair, and I'm glad if you want a reading and you haven't done that, put hashtag fair into your chat. It doesn't have to be alone. If it's in there at all, the picker will pick it. And then we really need you to be able to chat with us, because if you were in person, we would be asking you questions. Like for me, one of the questions I'm going to ask is, I want your first name. But since you're here and you kind of want to probably be a little bit more private, maybe you could give me your middle name or something instead, but just something so that I can kind of concentrate on that. And then I would ask you, what do you want me to read on? And hopefully, people will choose what they want. The more general, if you just say an energy reading, it's going to be a very general reading. And so I encourage people, especially when we're there, to kind of dig down a little bit about what they want. When I first went to fairs, and I would ask people what they want, and then Spirit would tap me on the shoulder and say, that's not what they want. And I'm like, oh. And what would happen is that Spirit would answer the question they really wanted. I had no choice in the matter. That's what we did. And so it's really good to ask the question you really want to know the answer to. And then we'll go on. Of course, we will be doing this a little shorter than we normally do at the fairs, but we're going to do it longer than we do this on YouTube. Jean, what do you ask people?
Honestly, just very little. And they often just say whatever comes up, and we really like to have a pointed focus, because it almost gives our spirit guides instructions on what needs to come through. Like if you say about a job, I want to know about a move, or, it gives our spirit guides something. If you say it doesn't matter, it's so vast that it could be anything. And what comes through is like high level, overarching sort of guidance or advice, and mostly spiritual, because it and then they say, well, I really wanted to know if I was going to have a baby. Well, you should say that, like you should just whatever it is, I need you to be specific and direct, because it's your reading. It's your reading. It's your reading. And they took time to come and to sit down with me. It's your reading. So please tell me what you want. And I know that they're not sure. They're not as educated as some of you here, and they're not used to finding out what type. And I even put what kind of questions to ask. Do you want a pet reading? Do you want to connect to somebody? Do you want to see if you're moving? Like make suggestions for them. But so they often say whatever comes through, and I usually do connect to their energy, and I say what I feel, sense, and hear, and then they'll like, that's exactly why I'm here.
So I'm different than Jean on this. If people say whatever comes through, I tell them I don't read that way.
Oh, good.
I
will
won't
teach me.
I just won't do it. I know I get in trouble with Jean often for being stubborn about this, but I want a good reading for them. And anything can come through, and it can be way, way too broad. So, yeah. I explain the difference between psychic mediumship and evidential mediumship. That's all.
Oh, good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, are we ready to do the picking?
I think we are.
Okay.
Maria just got in there.
Okay. Let's pick. And, okay, draw.
Look at everybody. Thank you, everybody, for putting in your hashtag fair. Oh, CJ. Wonderful.
Okay.
CJ, please say hello and then go ahead and put your question in.
Yeah. So, and I'm going to pick one more here. So, draw again. So we have 2 ahead of time. And so if you had to leave, then you would let us know. So,
Phyllis.
Phyllis.
Hey, Tara Stash is here. Hey,
Oh,
Cheryl.
Carol Stash. How lovely that you're here. Okay. Um, okay. So, do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
Yeah, I can definitely. You want me to take CJ?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right, CJ, stay on your keyboard there. So, CJ, what I usually do is I ask for uh, your spirit guides and angels to connect with us, and I ask that your loved ones join us, and I ask that I let you know, and I let the universe know that my intention for CJ is that she receives the information that is most important for her to learn and that is in her highest good. And that is my purest intention. And then I take a few deep breaths and I connect to spirit and I connect to CJ's energy. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So I just share with CJ what it is that I'm feeling that she might be feeling to connect to her energy. I do see you're wavering a little bit, and what I mean by that is I see you wondering what's going to come next, and if you're going to be able to deal with what comes next. And I hope that I'm able to keep my uh, style of living and that nothing changes too dramatically. And I feel that you're like concerned and watching and waiting. And I also feel that on the other side, you're like, but I'm fine. I feel an elevated sense in my spirit. I feel protected. I call in my angels. I practice my meditation. I do my tarot cards. I have these my pets who also raise my vibration. And I feel like I'm here for a purpose to hold the light. And I do feel that you have these, and it's absolutely natural to go into these two different types of vibrations and frequencies, so to speak. So, and then I would stop and I would say, oh my gosh, now she's already saying, I would say to her, CJ, does any of that make sense to you? Just so that I know I'm connecting to her energy. So when she says yes, exactly, then I know I'm connected to her energy. I can just feel what she's feeling. I can sense what she might be feeling. It's not I can see out of her eyes, and I can place myself within her energy, and I can feel her going in and out of this bit of uncertainty. And then she said, if I can continue lifestyle and if I will be okay. Of course, this is what I feel you saying. Will I be able to maintain my comfortable lifestyle? Will I be okay and be able to carry on as I always have? Oh, okay. So this is when I say, please don't add or provide any extra information, because that's, and you're doing my job for me. My job is to come up with that for you. Yeah, I'm so sorry. And we ask that you don't tell us because you want us to do the work, and I don't want to have like a bias on my connection. But that's okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. So that the your lifestyle has changed because you were living with your mother and now she passed. So there's going to be changes, and okay. Yeah. So I understand that, and I didn't know why. I could tell that you were fretting and then going, but I'm going to be okay. I know I'm going to be okay. On some level, I know I'm going to be okay. And then when you think about like certain things or the prices of things, you're like, what am I going to do if, like you go into both emotions. And then I go into the spirit message for CJ. They're saying that you're strong enough to stand on your own and that anything that you need will be provided for you. And you holding on to that belief that everything's going to be okay. And because it'll attract, when you have this feeling of gratitude and gratefulness and accounting of what it is that you do have. You can say, I'm warm, I'm fed, I have lights on, I have water, I have, all of these things. It puts you in a place of gratitude. And when you're in a place of gratitude, the universe hears this, feels this, and brings more things to you. Honestly, more things are gravitated to you that matches your energy. If your energy is worry, is lack, is fear, the universe will bring more things that match your energy. The universe does not have judgment. It's not good or bad. They don't care whether you're worried or if you're grateful. It doesn't matter to the universe, but they want to match your energy because us as a human being, we're able to maintain a certain frequency and vibration in order to manifest in our lives. And the trust in your spirit guides and angels. Oh, and they're also telling me that your cats are also soul guardians, the guardians of your soul. If you still have your cats around, and they're there to protect you and they almost help to regulate that emotional distress or that emotional sort of episodes. I feel as though it's episodes. You're fine until you start thinking about things and you're like, oh, I hope that doesn't happen, but you're fine. You really are I feel like you're very not calm, but you're even keeled most of the time. And unless you're, tax season or going to the grocery store or, if something comes up where it's an uncertainty. So that's what I have. Oh, good. She said she's trying to stay positive, but it's hard. Yeah. Well, that is your ticket out, CJ, for sure. That is your ticket out. Yep. Episodes describes it perfectly.
Well, that is wonderful. I got just a little bit. I wasn't concentrating very, very hard, but basically they showed me, CJ, you're so strong. You are actually a really strong person. And they're showing me spiritually strong. And the only thing that I really got is they want you to really work on that manifestation of this, like just like Jean said. She said, being grateful. I'm warm. I'm housed. I'm safe. But I would work on saying things like, the universe provides everything I need. The universe provides the things I need at the time I need it. Just start actually saying those things, because again, it's just like what Jean said, that it brings you closer to that vibration. So, okay. Well, Jean, that was wonderful. I also wanted to point out another thing. I want you to notice that Jean is clairsentient, and look how she got all those feelings and read from those feelings. That, I think that's amazing, Jean. Amazing. Okay.
Thank you very much. And it's really important, you guys. I see there's something here that I have. It says, the more you love yourself, the more the universe aligns people and experiences that reflect that love back to you. Your energy is a magnet. make sure it's drawing in the love you truly deserve.
Wow.
It's there's just so many. You cannot use someone else's map to find yourself. There's so many beautiful, and I know that all the members, my members, I send them all of these um, affirmations and recite and reminders and quotes and things. It's really important to saturate your surroundings with positive reinforcement. It really is, especially during tough times. Mhm.
Yes. Yes. Okay. That is so wonderful. So is Phyllis here in the chat? Please say you're here. If you have a little bit more to tell us, that's okay. I'm just giving Phyllis time to get here. Okay. So Phyllis, if you're here, we need you to put something in the chat saying you're here, or I'm going to have to draw again. I think Phyllis, it was spelled kind of funny, like P F.
It's PFYLIS.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what do you think? Think we should draw again?
Let me just see. PF. Oops. PF. I don't know. I kind of feel like she's here. Give her another second. I'm trying to
Give her a second.
call her in, only because her name did highlight when I was trying to type her name.
Right.
Looks
Okay. I will describe a little bit about how I read. So I'm a clairvoyant and claircognizant. That means they're going to show me a little movie. Actually, it's going to be like I'm in the little movie with your guides. And I'm also claircognizant, so you might hear me say, I hear them say, now I don't hear anybody say any, I mean, once in a while I do hear something, but they're just putting it straight in my brain. And rather than saying, my brain says, oh, here she is, she's here, I just say, I hear them say. I think it's a little easier than doing that. Okay. I am not clairsentient, but they can trick me sometimes. They'll like show me something like a ring on a finger and say, what would you feel like if that was yours? And then they can kind of trick me into it. So, okay. So Phyllis, I would like you, she says, I would like a message from my soulmate in the afterlife, please. So do you know your soulmate's name? That will make this a little faster. If you do, please put it in the chat. Okay. And if you don't know your soulmate, then let me know that too. Okay, you're here, Phyllis. Phyllis, what is your soulmate's first name? Just first name. Okay.
she might be behind. If you can go ahead and click on the refresh or the live button, because she keeps saying here, and that's what we were calling her a minute ago. So sometimes it just gets a few minutes behind if you come in late. I don't know.
Yeah, she says here. Where is the refresh button? Oh, I see where it is.
No, she needs to, because she's a little bit behind on the recording.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Phyllis, while you're coming forward with that, I am going to blend my spirit with your spirit. So my heart to Phyllis's heart, Phyllis's heart to my heart, Phyllis's soul to my soul to Phyllis's soul, my soul to Phyllis's team members and her soulmate. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is blend my spirit with Phyllis's spirit. I'm trying to kind of get to know Phyllis a little bit. Okay, so tell me a little bit more about this. Show me about the red. Okay, so Phyllis, they're really showing me you surrounded on this little stage, surrounded by different shades of red. And the way I feel when that I'm seeing this is just a little antsy, just a little like this is a tiny bit uncomfortable. So right now I would be willing to bet that you're a little uncomfortable with the energy that's happening around you. Okay. Um, Dean. Okay, Dean. Great. Thank you so much. So, to Dean's heart. Oh, okay. Great. Now, as I'm looking at this, they're showing me that this red that surrounds you is kind of bleeding down the path. It's going to the right, which means the future. So that's wonderful. So you're a little heartbroken here. This is a little bit about heartbreak that Dean is over there and you're here. Okay, Dean. Is there anything? Do you have a message for Phyllis? But first, show me a little bit of evidence. So, Phyllis, did Dean like sports? Um, he is showing me a bunch of red roses, but he's also showing me as if they've wired into this bouquet of actual, like a little bit of a baseball. It's like a mitt holding it. There's other sports items, different kinds of balls and stuff. So I'm having a feeling that Dean is telling us that how much he loves you, but he's also letting you know who he is by showing that he really liked sports. He really, really liked the sports. Okay, Dean, tell me more, please. Well, I get the note, I hear him say, oh, it was too short. It was way too short. We just had a very short time together. He's saying, you should know, though, that I am already in the planning process. Now, he's letting me know that it's not like he's ready to come back now or anything like that, but he's in this planning process already for you to be together again. He's saying, oh, okay. He's saying he would like a little input on this process, that before bed, he would like you to actually think about the things that you enjoyed the most, that the things that you did together that were the most enjoyable, the ones that really, really touched your heart, because he will make sure to put more of that in. Okay, Dean, tell me more about your love of Phyllis. Oh, now he's showing me his heart area. He's really showing me his heart. And he is showing me it, it's like wood in there. He's showing me kind of this wood, and he's showing me because the wood is so stable, it's so deep. It is something that he's saying that is connected forever with her. Oh, he's showing me that this is actually alive. This is not like a dead cut piece of wood. It's alive. His love of you is still alive, still growing, still expanding. What else? What else do you want to say? So, Phyllis, if that you had another question of him, you could put it in there. I'm going to keep reading, but if you want to put it in the chat, this is about this time. A lot of times in my readings affairs, I'll pause a moment and ask if they have a question. Okay, so Dean, what else would you like to tell Phyllis? Oh, he's just showing me how expansive he is, how much he really, really wants you to enjoy the rest of your life. He's sad that he's gone, but he cares about you so, so much that he just wants all the very best things for you. He's showing me lots of vistas of like you're traveling and looking at scenery. He was a car guy. Okay. Well, the traveling and looking at scenery seems to be about right. Okay. Tell me more, Dean. So he's just really kind of flooding my vision with just love for you, looking at different things that you've done together over time, trips and scenery, and just how much he really loved you. Anything else, Dean? And he's letting me know he wants you to remember. He's saying, remember to hold the light. Remember to hold the light. I hope that makes sense to you. Okay. Did you get anything, Jean?
Yeah, and just so everybody knows, it's really important that when you engage in the reading, it helps to intensify the, oh, she said, so glad to hear that. Good. It does help to intensify the reading and bring in your loved ones even closer because I feel them sometimes start out here, and then when we get validation or feedback from you, it's like a magnet and they come in closer, and it's like a three-way. It's like where I'm translating for your loved one to you. So the more you engage, the more your loved one will come in closer. I do feel as though he wants you to. I did get rely on your friends. Stick with your friends, and I also got when Terry saw the bouquet with the baseball motif. That perhaps I'm not sure if you like baseball or if you know somebody that likes baseball. I do feel as though he's sending somebody new for you in your life. If you're dating somebody right now, I do feel as though the support of your friends is really very important at this time. I do see that somebody perhaps in your past might be showing up again, and it's somebody either you used to like or you used to date, and they're available again, and it'll be like uh you'll find love again, and it is likely, it is, I don't know what the percentage is, but it is highly likely that if any if one person has ever loved deeply, like an unconditional true love once in their life, that they are likely to be able to do that again. It is more likely that if you love once, you'll love again than if you've never have. I do feel as though you're extremely romantic, very passionate, and you long and yearn for his energy and his essence to be around you. He wants you to know that it is, while it's flattering, it comes with pain. And he doesn't want you to feel pain. He doesn't want you to feel less than. It's almost like you want to beat yourself up so that you can feel that pain, so that you can feel sorrow, because the love was so deep. The love was so true. And the hurt was so horrific that you just want to stay in that feeling because it brings you, you think it brings you closer to him, but it actually lowers your energy. And
Mm.
he wants you to move through the pain and be happy for him for where he is, and know that your heart will be supported. He will never leave you. You will always be together. That cord and that connection to him is once and forever. You said he was your soulmate. I saw you in a past life with him. He's he came back here to remind you how deep you are able to love, and not to be with you for this entire lifetime. But there is somebody else out there that you can feel this deep, passionate love. It is not that he is your only soulmate. It is that he is your soulmate from a previous lifetime, to remind you what it feels like to be in true deep love, so that you can again, so that you know that it's possible for you again in this lifetime. He doesn't want you to feel this pain. I see that you keep sort of like scraping the scab off the wound so that you can feel the pain. And I understand it's part of the grieving and healing is to
Mhm.
feel that again and to move through it. It will lighten up. Just try and like maybe look at it in a perspective of, I'm glad that he is in a better place now. I'm glad that he is always going to be in my heart. I'm glad that he will be living life through my eyes. And when I'm happy and I'm glad and I'm dancing and I'm with my friends, that is the time when he can come around you the most. When you are sorrowful and hurting and crying, and I'm not saying he's not with you, I'm just saying it's hard for him to connect with you.
Yeah.
It's an energy and a frequency. So that's what I was getting, Phyllis. I'm not sure if any of that makes sense for you. And it does help the reading to engage.
Yeah, it does a lot. I do think that I like what you've saw as well, and I think that helps make sense of the red surrounding her that was dripping down the path. Some of that sorrow. Yeah. So she says, "Thank you very much." Okay. Well, Jean, we're over an hour. What do you want to do?
Yeah. It's up to you. I have a little bit of time. If anybody has any questions about, oh, she said very encouraging. You're welcome. If anybody has, oh, look, Linda Butterfly Readings is here. Linda, we just showed your picture. Where is she? Oh, there she is. Hi, Linda. Linda has come to, we just showed all of our well, we showed the pictures of our booths and the one picture of you and I in my booth. And she comes and she supports me. And we showed when I was reading the room, Linda, and Linda was in there with me reading the room. Well, she was supporting me. And Steve came into the reading of the room, and Akila came into reading in the room. And look, half of them are on YouTube now.
I
It
love
all rubbed
that.
off.
Yeah.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm.
Well, do you want to try to do two more?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. And so you are going to be next, but I'm going to do the picker. So, in case you're just signed in here, put hashtag fair in the chat and you will be in the drawing. And we're going to go and
Oh,
whoops, add to the stage. There we go. Okay. We're going to draw two more. shine truth. Okay, shine truth. Writing it down. Okay, let's draw again.
Good luck, everybody. I love seeing everybody's names. Lalima.
Lalima. Okay, so let's go back over here. Remove that. So Jean is going to read Shine Truth. So Shine Truth, please, and Lalima, please just say hi, I'm here, so we know you're here. And when Lalima, you're going to have to wait a little bit because I'm going to go after Jean. So, but please be here so that we can interact. Shine Truth, are you here? Please just say hi.
I would say whichever one says hi first, we'll go with that one
Okay,
first.
whichever one says hi first.
Sometimes if it's past the hour, sometimes they're in a class and they might have to go to like Allie's class or Val's class or Gerald's class or they all Shine Truth is here. Good.
Yay.
Yes. And you know what? I just wanted to pop this up from before. Craig said, Clara and I have readings from Terry Suzuki. Very pleased and every question answered. We will definitely rebook it for her in the future. Wonderful, Craig. Thank you very much for the validation there. Absolutely. All right. And we're still looking for Lalima Sony. Lalima Sony. And if she's not here, we'll have to spin again.
Okay.
So I'm going to do this just a little bit faster this time. Maybe I'll get some help from my friends. So, we do say, and it's not because we want to make it easier for us. We say, oh, thank you, Kim Princess. We do say that the more specific the question, and we know we're putting you on the spot here to get a question in fast, but the more specific the question, the more the specific the answer, and the more focus that we can put towards it. So anything in the next 6 months, I can do like a time reading. I can do like but this is like, is it love? Is it job? Is it home? Is it health? Is it, is it money? Is it, there's so, and we don't want you to just to pick an area of your life. We want you to ask the question that you would like to know. Like, is my package going to come before the snow does? Like, whatever it is that you want to know. Yeah. Yep, she said a time reading's fine. Yeah, that's good. And that's all, because the more there is energy for coming from you, desire to know, helps us to pull on that energy. And we can give a general, and we always do. So what I'm getting for you, Shine Truth, is they want to invite you into letting go of some old patterns. There are new energies in the future, in the next 6 months, that you will not want to miss. However, if you are still hanging on to what was, you may not be able to take advantage of those opportunities. Like, you'll say, oh, that's neat. And you'll like watch it go by instead of, oh, that's what I want, or that's what I need, or that's what I'm going to do. Um, and I do know that there's an understanding of if you work hard and you put in the work and you um, apply yourself and you sacrifice, then eventually you'll get what you want. No, that's not the way the universe works anymore. The universe works like match your energy to what it is that you desire. And it's important for us to focus on what it is that we desire. Do you want status quo? Do you want more flexibility? Do you want more garden life? Do you want more activity? Do you want more intellect? Do you want more art? And it's about finding out what it is that makes us happy. And really, we have not always had that ability or that uh, to afford or to allow ourselves to really find out what it is inside of us that really makes us happy. You know, we've always been told this is what we have to do. This is what's important for you to do. This is what everybody else is doing. No, find out what it is that makes you special, makes you happy, makes you uh, shine. You know, whatever that is, singing, music, um, and then search that out. Um, I know that you are spiritual and you are working on your spiritual development. And I do know that I feel as though you've lived a successful life this far. And, but it's important for us to sort of define what the future is for ourselves, like what it is that makes us happy. And then pursue that. And it's not like, I was telling somebody that if you have a nudge from your spirit guides and you have the spontaneous whim to go to um, Home Goods or something, you know, you just like, I don't know why, I just feel like going to Home Goods and seeing what they have. I'm like jonesing to look at all that kind of stuff. So you get in your car and you're driving over to Home Goods and you're like, oh, that coffee place is on this street. I'm going to pull off and get a coffee to bring with me to my Home Goods. So you pull into the coffee place, you get a spot, and you go walking in there. And what do you know? You see a friend of yours that you haven't seen in 5 years, and they're back in town. And you sit there and you have a coffee and you have a 2 hour conversation with your friend that you would have never ordinarily had. You never had that opportunity that brought you so much joy, reminiscing. You guys exchanged numbers again. You're back in touch with them. And it's something that you never expected, but you know that it brings you joy. And it wasn't the whim of going to Home Goods that was, it was following our instincts, following our inspiration, following our little nudges and guidance, and allowing for these things to unfold. And if you were to say, and we all welcome more friends in our lives, or, more of our like minded individuals around us, and you just never know what life has to offer. And so I feel as though letting go sometimes of what was allows you to be open and to be able to receive what's coming. So that's what they have to say for you about that. How
I
about you, Terry? Did you get
a little
anything?
bit.
Hmm.
Um, I the moment I tapped into your spirit, shine truth, I saw that they showed me that spiritually, you're a very balanced person, very, very balanced, very. Um, you're a loving person. You're a person who appreciates art. You appreciate beauty, and I think that what Jean saw is so right on. Because I saw you. The first thing they showed me is they showed me you in some really outrageously cool sunglasses. I mean, like, I think just gorgeous, and it made me think of way back in the day, those MTV videos where the blonde lady had her great sunglasses on and is strutting around, and they're telling you that too, that you should get out and do some things. Wear your sunglasses, but more than all of that, honor where you're at right now. Honor the life you have. Honor where you're at. If you are a great beauty, honor that beauty. If you are a great thinker, honor that thinking. Honor wherever you're at, because that's going to bring up that vibration and really help you go forward. And I didn't really see where you're going to go forward to in the next 6 months, but I just saw that they really, really want you to honor that part of you and let that come forward, because this is going to increase your vibration and really help you. I want to say manifest the things you want. Yeah, go for it.
Thank you, Terry.
Okay. So we did not hear from Lalima at all. And I went back, and I think that when they put the question in, it was probably a very long time ago.
Okay.
So they're probably not here. So if we've kind of went a ways.
So Shine Truth says, I'm working on a new healing modality. Thanks so much. You're very welcome.
That's it. That is it. I want you to
the key word there, Shine Truth, I'm sorry, Terry. The key word there, Shine Truth, is working. And they want you to start playing with a new healing modality and enjoying a new healing modality and discovering and exploring a new healing modality. Try and take that 4-letter word out of your vocabulary, because you've been taught that you have to do that, but we don't. We can play.
Yes, you can play your way through it. Yes, do that. Well, Jean, I think we should end it here.
Okay. Yeah.
Because it takes so much. We didn't quite figure out that this might take quite a lot of time to get people to come over. So, but we're going to do it again. I hope people like this, because we're going to do it again. Like every month, we'll have one show on a Saturday like this, and try this out. And
we might not do the booth thing, but we're going to be doing something different. And we can do the booth thing again, but not guaranteed. So you'll never know what we come up with. We're being very creative, and we're following that 1 year, beginning something new, right?
Yeah. In fact, I love Shine Truth's reading, because it really is talking to all of us. We're all developing something new. Okay, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for playing along and letting us, putting in your hashtag fairs, and thank you so much. Okay, we're gonna go. Thanks a lot, everybody.